Welcome back
2016.
to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to talk about mindless behavior. Mindless Behavior was a boy band that was put together in 2008. Many kids auditioned for the spots, but Jacob Perez, later known as Princeton, Santo August, later known as Rock Royal, Ray Lopez, later known as Ray Ray, and Craig Crippen, later known as Prodigy, were chosen as the fourth for the group. The boys then began to train and dance and practice their singing for 2 years before releasing a record. The band then released their debut studio album, Number One Girl, in 2011. They embarked on their first headlining tour, called the Number One Girl Tour. In 2013, the band released their second studio album, called All Around the World, which came out on March 12, 2013. The group would go on several tours with different acts, with people like Justin Bieber, the OMG Girls, the Backstreet
You say you
Boys,
from Slim
and
Hood?
Coco Jones, among others. But by 2014, the group would never be the same. After gaining success, lead singer Prodigy would lead the group after wanting to go solo and having issues with the group and management, leaving the remaining group members as 3, which they would add another member named EJ, but the group was dropped from Interscope Records, which they were signed to. Shortly after, group member Rock Royal was kicked out the group. Rock Royal was fired from the group for his gang involvement and misbehavior, including stealing a producer's car and beating up a drug addict. Rock Royal got involved with the 5-7 neighborhood Crips, a South Central Los Angeles gang, located on the west side of South Central. The 5-7 neighborhood Crips are a part of an alliance known as the Rolling 50 Crips, which includes the 5-5, the 5-7, and the 5-8 neighborhood Crips. They're also part of the Neighborhood Crip Alliance, and are allies to all gangs affiliated with that, and rivals to gangs that go against the neighborhood Crips. Ray Ray by 2015 will lead a group, leaving only Princeton as our original member. Ray Ray will be replaced by a kid named Mike. In 2016, Mindless Behavior will release an album called Official MB Music, with Princeton being the only original member in the group on the album, with additions to the group being EJ and Mike. The group would disband by 2017 though. Now the original 4 members of Mindless Behavior would embark on different paths after they was kicked out or left from the group. Now Princeton was the last remaining member of the group before the group disbanded. He would go on to act in a few shows and movies and continues to do music. He even crossed over genres and has put music out in Spanish, but he still drops pop songs and still taking music serious. Now the original leader of the group, Prodigy, he would later go on to say, while he left the group in an interview, Prodigy would go on to say that the management of the group was bullying him and also try to push him away from the other members of the group. Today, Prodigy still continues to do music and is dancing and does events teaching choreography, and he still tries to push to bring the group back together to do a reunion. Ray Ray would take a break from music, but later came back to music and started acting. Him and Prodigy had even been together, working doing events together and performances, but a full reunion of the group probably would never happen, with Ray Ray and Princeton having beef over what Ray Ray would say that Princeton was talking behind his back a lot. But Ray Ray's image that you see on his IG and what he appears like looks completely different from a video and song he did in 2021. Ray Ray appears in a song singing a hook for Rolling 60 rappers, RS, and New Jack, which are known Rolling 60 Crips from a young clique from the 60s called Score Gang. The song was called Glaucoma, and in the video, you see everybody carrying guns, and Ray Ray is even talking about shooting ops. Now he went from a little dude singing love songs to cripping and shooting out ops with the Rolling 60s. Now lastly, Rock Royal's story is easily the craziest and most destructive of the group. In July of 2014, Rock was recorded beating a man, and he posted the video on his own IG. The video was later posted to YouTube and shared by thousands of people. In the video, Rock walked over to a man who was kneeling over a bike and started punching him multiple times and ended with a kick to the face. Rock would then go to Twitter and make multiple posts stating his side of the story. He was stating 1, I'm just a little one out here on my own. No mom, because she stayed taken from me. And no father, because he wasn't around at all. You guys will only know half of my story, and that's what's on screen, and definitely not behind the scenes. By this time, Rock was already locked in with the 5-7 neighborhood Crips and gained the nickname Mad. He was dissing enemies and committing crimes. 4 months later in November of 2014, Rock was tagged as a main suspect after a BMW of a producer named Chris Clark went missing while at a studio session. Clark had left his keys on the table in the studio, but when he went to leave, Rock and the keys were gone. Clark would later go to the police. A month later in December 2014, it was announced by Rock that he'd been removed from the group Mindless Behavior. In 2015, a year after being released from the group, Rock began working on his solo career as a rapper and singer, but that wouldn't last long. In February of 2016, Rock was arrested and charged with both robbery and battery. In April, he accepted a plea deal for 2 years in jail and began serving his time. After being released, he went back to his street ways, and eventually, he would be rearrested, and by 2021, he was in prison again. Rock's earliest parole date is in 2028. Of recently, Rock started going viral with his latest jail pictures, which many people didn't know he was in jail or didn't know he was a gangbanger. Many people would have comments about this, like A-Tray gangster rapper Mad North, who would comment about beating Rock up in the past.
Yeah, homies, yeah, we whooped Cuz ass. Cuz homies ran, they left Cuz fell in a slossing. We beat Cuz, bro. We jumped Cuz, but Cuz had 6 niggas with him. It was 6 of them and 4 of us. We stumped Cuz. That's all it was.
Now, the group mindless behavior went down on several factors, from management, inner circle beef, and gangbanging. And possible reunion probably would never happen, with still ongoing beef and Rock Royals cripping, leading to him going to prison. This will conclude.
Damn. I mean, the streets will do it. The streets will definitely do it.